Hello everyone, in this video, I'll answer some questions about language perception in the view of psycholinguistics theory. So stay tuned. In the spoken word recognition process, three passes occur. First is initial lexical contact. At this phase, the brain receives auditory input or the sounds of spoken word. Then it converts this input into the word stored in the mental lexicon. This process activated the multiple potential word candidates that match the sounds, and the brain considers factors like pronunciation, meanings, and context to determine which words are most relevant. And the second phase is selection phase. From activated word candidates, the brain selects the most appropriate word. It does this by distinguishing between similar sounding words, eliminating irrelevant options, and use the most frequent or likely word. And the last phase is integration. The brain combines the selected word with the overall meaning and interpretation of auditory input. And the final step is called word recognition, where the brain has matched the sounds with the stored knowledge of vocabulary and meaning. And the brain integrates linguistic aspects such as pronunciation, grammar, semantics, and context to fully understand the spoken inputs. The parsing stage of language comprehension involves assembling the recognized words from the parsing stage into meaningful sentence with proper structure and meanings. This kind of process is called the syntactical parsing. In this stage, the mind constructs the meaning of the sentence by analyzing the grammatical structure and relationship between the recognized word. In this stage, a process called sentential processing is taking place. This refers to the process of understanding the relationships between a word in the sentence and deriving the overall meaning conveyed. It combines the phonological, semantics, and syntactic aspect of the word to produce an interpretation of the complete sentence. And the sentence processing required knowledge of language grammar rules to properly assemble the word into meaningful sentence. And the key types of knowledge needed for parsing include: first is articulation encoding knowledge. This is recognizing the prosodic features like word stress and intonation pattern of the spoken input and identifying the phonological forms of the word being heard. And another types of knowledge is linguistic encoding knowledge, and this is divided into two levels: functional level and positional level. Functional level is selecting the appropriate lexical representations and understanding the grammatical relationships between them based on the semantic information. And then the positional level is identifying the syntactical structure of the sentence, such as word order, grammar function, and morphological markers. The interpretation stage is the final step of language comprehension, and it can be defined as the process when the mind is able to show understanding of speech here when communicating, and it involves three systematic steps. First, the mind extracts the syntactic structures and semantic representation of utterances from auditory input. Second, the mind interprets the syntactic structure in light of the previous linguistic aspects such as phonology and morphosyntactic of the utterances. And third, the mind retains the relevant information regarding to the semantic aspect of the utterances. And the interpretation stage is also often referred to as discourse processing or sentence comprehension. The key idea is that the mind is actively working to understand the meaning being conveyed and not just parsing the individual words and sentences. The tripartite model describes three levels of processing that occur during the interpretation stage of language comprehension. The first level is surface level. At this basic level, the mind focuses on the surface level feature of the language. It collects the individual words based on their phonological aspect, and the mind then assembles this word into the most relevant sentence to represent their basic meanings. And the next level is a proportional level. At this deeper level, the mind includes the underlying meanings of the language, and it connects the current linguistic content to the prior knowledge and context to build inference about the intended meanings. And the mind selectively includes the meanings that match the content and exclude various meanings that do not match the content. And the last level is situational or mental level. This is the highest level of processing. Here, the mind has fully inferred the full meanings and significance of the spoken language, and it all combines the linguistic knowledge and discourse context to achieve comprehensive understanding. And this level represents the successful comprehension of the communication. The language perception is basically how our brain understands spoken language. Think of it as we make sense of the word we hear. If someone speaks, our brain doesn't just hear random sounds. It takes these sounds and turns them into understanding. And this happens in a few ways. Like we recognize words and their meanings, and we understand how words are pronounced, and then we figure out how different words come together and make sense. It's like having translator in our brain that turns speech sound into understanding. For example, when someone says "I'm hungry," our brain not just hear this as the sounds, but understand that the person needs food. So the whole process is what we call language perception, and it's the way we understand each other when we talk.
Thank you all.